me, I think Black History Month means like remembering the past, and it's just like a good time to just like sit back and like think about, you know, the people that came before.
We're all connected through our cultures, and there's like a great representation during that month for us to be unified and kind of get together and talk about like our shared experiences.
It's a month about like our representation, and not even just like the whole thing of like slavery, like that happened, we can move past that. Like,
I think it's important to think about all the positives and how far we've come as a people.
Acknowledge what our ancestors did and the role and impact they have on us today. And it's important because it can actually help us have like a form of self-discovery.
Black History Month is not only uplifting the voices that we've already heard, but also uplifting the voices that have been erased.
Really focusing on the accomplishments that Black people have made.
I think for me, it's like a time to talk about the good things. I like to think more of the positive impact that Black people have made in history and that we continue to make in history.
I do think it is very like important, like even to like young like Black people, like young kids, to show them like all like the things we've accomplished like through our history and stuff like that.
Honoring the Black people that came before you, struggles that they had and the things that they had to overcome that we might not necessarily have to go through.
So I guess a form of pushing it past February is just continuing to tell our story to other people.
Everyday people should just make an effort to actually spread awareness and knowledge and educate, and not just do it when it's convenient.
we compile a lot of events and everything into February because it's Black History Month. So I feel like we can spread that across the year.
Trying to build awareness within your community and just the people that are around you.
I feel like year-round there needs to be some acknowledgement, and not even just on the part of Black people. We want their support all the time.
Like teaching should be year-round, like it shouldn't just be a month. And I do think a lot of like schools should like take up the mantle to like teach kids.
Keep listening to Black people, keep listening to Black stories.
And keep like growing together. Yeah, like I think it's important for people to know each other here.
Even though it is Black History Month, I know people who didn't even know it was. You know, that's kind of an issue. So, you know, we should just like keep on talking about it.
You can't necessarily learn or kind of move towards progress without knowing it. And I think, again, providing a month, although is wonderful, it doesn't have to end at that month.
Doing this work, I think that it's also really important to highlight and elevate Black voices all throughout the year, right? And make sure that our history is being, you know, taught, it's being seen. We have visible representation in, you know, academic institutions.
If you truly do connect with it, if you truly find yourself engaging with these stories, with these narratives, with these lessons and teachings, the notion, the humanity to kind of dig deeper and see what you can do to learn more, to engage more, and to build those communities, I think is the best thing that we can do.
Not everybody has the same upbringing as you. Not everybody is going to have the same point of view on life as you. And part of that is just accepting it, but also trying your hardest to express yourself in the most authentic way, I guess, to anybody that's around you.
So it's important to like get other people's perspective and come from a place of understanding and learning, rather than like, I just want to correct myself. Like, you actually have to want to support people, and in supporting people, you have to want to understand where they're coming from.
Again, just being mindful of what you say, and even the actions that you do could be uncomfortable for some of us. And again, with things like racial microaggression, things that might not be racist or like hurtful for you could be for us.
You know, we're all in this together, and it's really isolating when you have to deal with and experience, you know, these biases throughout, you know, your day, you know, throughout going to school, working in our community, and to not have, you know, a sense of community here can be really isolating.
Black History Month is a month to focus on Black history so that we are aware of it. But ideally speaking, it wouldn't be necessary because it is part of general history. Right now, the way we have history is written by the colonizer. History is written in a way that erases our existence. And so until that can be corrected, until it can be normalized for the idea that Black people were here, are here, and will continue to be here for as long as Canada continues to exist, I think in normalizing that, we then are able to carry Black History Month beyond simply just the month of February.